Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nelson County High School for tonight's 5th Region Championship game. We're now going to turn it over to our PA announcer for the announcement of both the Elizabethtown Panthers and the Central Hardin Bruins. So there we have our starting lineup. For Elizabethtown, they come in tonight with a 30-9 record, while Central Hardin comes in with a 31-8 record. Elizabethtown won the regular season 2-0 over the Bruins, while it was the Bruins coming back to take the district championship last week in 3-1 over the Panthers. On the line tonight is a berth in the state tournament. Next week's state tournament will be at Valley High School. The winner of tonight's game will take on the Region 10 winner between Scott County and Campbell County at 5 p.m. at Valley. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. On the court now for the Panthers, it's Kate Prather, Anna Thomas, Elizabeth Godfrey, Sailor Sandlin, Morgan Gaddis, and Maddie Reddy. On the court for the Bruins, Tori Steele, Emma Pike, Kelsey Bringers, Emma Shaw, Allie Simpson, and Caroline Pruitt. Central Hardin will start with the serve. Each set is the first one to 25, leading by 2. First 4 sets will go to 25. If we go to a 5th set, it's the first one to 15, leading by 2. Shaw serves to Godfrey. Sandlin blocked inside by Gaddis. I'm sorry, it was blocked on Gaddis' shot, and Gaddis actually sends it right back. Coach Reneker asking for a lift. Not go through, and so Elizabethtown takes the first point of tonight, 1-0. Shaw to Simpson, sets for Pike. It's going to go off the blockers, a kill for Central Hardin. Not even the score, back up at 1. Denise Harrington checks into the front line for the Bruins. And it'll be Maddie Ford that checks in, and she'll go to the service line. 1-1. Off the top of the net, Godfrey going to send it right back over, and Pike there to send it right down. And a point for the Bruins, 2-1. That'll go into the net, service fault. Point for Elizabethtown. As Sydney Clark will check into the lineup for the Panthers. Caroline Pruitt checks back in only briefly as Kelsey Brangers checks in for Central. Morgan Gaddis to serve, 2-2. Shaw to Simpson, short set inside for Steele. Goes off Godfrey, and a point for the Bruins. Madison Walters checks into the lineup. She'll take Steele's spot. 3-2. Thomas gets it all the way up to the net. Sandlin gets it out. Clark sends it over, blocked there by Simpson. Sandlin now sets up for Prather, and it's a kill for Prather. And they'll even it up, going back and forth. 3-3. And Maddie Redding goes to the line for the Panthers. Shaw to Walters. For Simpson, who just dumps it in, finds a hole in the middle of the E-Town defense. Ella Lewis checks into the lineup for the Bruins. Emma Pike goes to the line for serving 3. Prather going to send it back over the net. Sandlin bumps it back for Godfrey. Godfrey down the line, dug up by Lewis. Walters for Pike. Pike just dumps it over and able to get in front of the back line. 5-3. It's going to go off Redding. Prather gets it back to the middle. Sandlin going to send it over the net. Pike up to Walters. Outside for Lewis. That'll go off of the Panthers. Another point for the Bruins. Coach Catlett giving some direction to Prather. Pike will go back to the line, 6-3. Soft serve. E-Town able to get it over the net. Walter sets for Simpson. Touched at the line. There'll be a carry on the Panthers. Almost an ace that time by Pike. Redding got to it just to get it started, but ultimately the Bruins get the point, 7-3. And that'll be an ace as that goes off Redding. Coach Catlett not going to waste any time. He'll take his first time out, set number 1. This is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Bluegrass Cellular, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Again, the winner of tonight's game will advance on to next week's state tournament in Louisville. The winner from the 5th region will take on the winner from the 10th region in the opening round. Two teams playing for that 10th region title tonight, Scott and Campbell County. Pike back to the line, 8 serving 3. Down the line to Prather. Sandlin going to kick it into the middle. Reading from the back line. Bringers will get to it. Up to Walters. Short set inside. They're going to have a double hit on Central. Point for Elizabethtown. Kate Prather to the line. 4 serving 8. And that'll be an ace. As it looked like Bringers and Pike, both of them thought it would go long. They got out of the way. Catches the back line. Five serving 8. Pike up to Walters for Lewis. Back line that goes off Prather. And as we've seen in basically all high school gyms this year, the ball gets into the rafters. You are able to play it out of the rafters as long as it's on your side of the net. That time as it went up in the rafters, E-Town not able to get to it. Point for the Bruins. Kelsey Bringers, 9 serving 5. It was off Reading. Looked like it kind of knuckled as it got to her. Be a point for the Bruins. Ten serving 5. Prather up to Sandlin, outside for Godfrey. Walters for Bringers, sits up for Pruitt. Prather got to it. Sandlin now for Godfrey again. And he hit it to the net. And it goes wide, so a point for Elizabethtown. The Sentinel libero, Anna Thomas to the line. 6 serving 10. Now the officials going to talk it over and make sure they got the point right. Pike up to Walters for Lewis. Lewis just dumps it over. Redding got to it. Prather outside for Godfrey. Sends it to the back line to Bringers. Up to Walters. Sets inside for Simpson. Simpson will get the kill as it goes off of Godfrey and Gaddis. Allie Simpson now to the line, 11 serving 6. Thomas up to Sandlin for Gaddis. Blocked at the net by Steele. Sandlin outside for Godfrey. Down the line is off Lewis. Steele gets to it. Now Pike will send it over. Reading up to Sandlin. Sandlin going to try to dump it in. It's going to go wide. A point for the Bruins. Simpson back to the line, 12 serving 6. Thomas to Sandlin, cross for Godfrey, dug by Bringers. Lewis, it looks like Lewis wanted to really figure out where she was at. I think she thought she was closer to the net, not able to get it back inside. To be a point for the Panthers. Elizabeth Godfrey to the line, 7 serving 12. Pike's going to send it all the way back over. Gaddis there to just knock it down. Eight serving 12. Pike up to Simpson, sets for Steele, dumped over. Prather gets to it. Sandlin back for Redding. Redding just going to send it over. Lewis going to send it right to the net. Tipped around. Sandlin inside for Gaddis. Going to have a net violation on the Bruins. Point for Elizabethtown. 9 serving 12. Short Bringers for Simpson for Lewis, and Lewis gets the kill. She gets it between the Panthers. And Shaw checks back into the lineup for the Bruins. She'll go to the service line. 13 serving 9. Godfrey to Sandlin. Sandlin sends it up right to the post. A point for the Bruins. 14 serving 9. Redding going to send it across. Blocked in there, dug out by Sandlin. Thomas. Redding sends it over. Shaw up to Simpson for steal. Little communication that time on the Bruins. So like Steele and Pike both went up thinking it was going to be set higher. Sailor Sandlin now to the line. 10 serving 14. Shaw to Simpson. Brangers will send it over. That's going to go long. Point for Elizabethtown. (11 serving 14). Shaw up to Steele. Pike will send it over. That goes long. Sandlin will go back to the line. 12 serving 14. Brangers up to Simpson, outside for Pike. Pike just going to tap it over. Godfrey gets to it. Sandlin for Gaddis. That goes off Simpson. Goes to the floor. And E-Town, who was down as much as 6 points, comes back now just down 1 as they will be serving. Coach Renniker going to take his first timeout. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs, Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction, Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere, E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We come back to action here. The Elizabethtown serving, 13 serving 14. Sailor Sandlin at the line for the Panthers. That'll go in the net, service fault. Point and serve over to the Bruins. Denise Harrington will check in for the front line. Maddie Ford will check into the service line. 15 serving 13. We are in game number 1, best 3 out of 5 sets. Service fault, point and serve back to the Panthers. Pruitt will check back in and allow Brangers to check in as libero. Morgan Gaddis goes to the line for the Panthers. 14 serving 15. Shaw up to Simpson. Side for Pike. Touched at the line, comes back down on the Bruins side. Brangers bumps there for Pike again. Goes back on it. It'll be long. And we're all tied at 15. And while it looked like Elizabethtown wasn't quite into it early in this game, they stormed back to tie it at 15 all. Shaw up to Simpson for Pike. Pike just going to dump it down the line and gets a hole. And for Pike, we've seen her do that the last couple of weeks where early in this season she would try to the outside hit towards the back of the line. She's gone down the net several times, gets the point and serve back over to the Bruins. Madison Walters, 16, serving 15. Thomas up to Sandlin. Outside for Redding. It's going to be a double hit. Point for the Bruins. (17) serving 15. Thomas up to Sandlin. Cross for Redding. Goes to the back line to Brangers. To Walters. Pike able to get it over the net. Redding to Sandlin. That'll be another double hit. Walters will go back to the line. 18 serving 15. E-Town made up a 6-point deficit. Now it's back out to 3. Thomas to Sandlin. Side for Redding. Dug by Brangers to Walters for Pike. That's going to go off the front line. Thomas unable to dig it out. 19 serving 15. Thomas up to Sandlin. Sets there for Clark. Clark tries to control it. It goes wide. Coach Catley going to take his second timeout. Reminder here on HCEC-TV. Look at local listings and times as we will have tomorrow night action on the football field as the Doss Dragons come to take on the North Hardin Trojans. Next week we will start the playoffs, and we will have to see the exact matchups for each of the teams as to where we will be at and what local team we will be covering. We do know in the first round of the playoffs that the North Hardin Trojans will be at home against Davis County. It will be Central Hardin at home against Ohio County. Elizabethtown will be at home. And for John Hardin, they're still waiting on tomorrow night's results, as they could be at home the first round of the playoffs or they could be on the road, depending on tiebreakers. Back to action here. Central Hardin on top 20-15 as Walters is at the line. That's going to be an ace as that goes off Thomas as she's caught between. Is it going to go long or is it going to fall in? Not able to get very much on it. 21 serving 15. Thomas to Sandlin to Redding. Brangers up to Walters. Outside for Pike. That goes off the blockers and another kill for Emma Pike. .22 serving 15. Thomas up to Sandlin. Outside for Redding. Redding just dumps it over. Dug out by Pike. Walters sends it up for Branger, so just send it over. Sandlin gets to it to Clark. Now Godfrey backline to Brangers. Walters for Pike. And a block inside by Prather and Clark. Point for Elizabethtown. After 7 straight points by the Bruins, Maddie Redding goes to the line. 16 serving 22. Brangers to Walters. Outside for Pike. Pike will get it off the blockers for another kill. That'll get Ella Lewis back into the lineup for the Bruins. And Emma Pike will go to the line to serve. 23 serving 16. Pike getting her shoe tied. Redding up to Sandlin. Inside for Clark. Blocked at the net by Allie Simpson. A reset point. Pike goes back to the line. 24 serving 16. Redding to Sandlin for Clark. Be a net correction. It was going to be a kill by Clark. Bruins got into the net. That'll send Prather to the line. 17 serving 24. Pike up to Walters for Lewis. Back line dug out by Thomas. Sandlin for Godfrey. Not going to get it over the net. And so set number 1 will go to the Bruins as they win 25-17. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be back after this short timeout with set number 2. Welcome back to Nelson County High School for tonight's 5th Region Championship game between the Elizabethtown Panthers and the Central Hardin Bruins. Bruins won set number 1, 25-17. We get ready for set number 2. On the court now for the Bruins, it's Caroline Pruitt, Tori Steele, Emma Pike, Janice Harrington, Allie Simpson, and Emma Shaw. Kelsey Bringers looks like she's ready to check back in. On the court for the Panthers, Maddie Redding, Morgan Gaddis, Kate Prather, Sydney Clark, Elizabeth Godfrey, and Sailor Sandlin. Bringers will check onto the court for the Bruins, and Anna Thomas checks in at the libero spot for the Panthers. E-Town will serve to start off this set number 2 as Sailor Sandlin goes to the line. And that one goes wide as it goes off the net. Point will go for the Bruins. Maddie Ford checks into the lineup. 1 serving 0. Godfrey gets it to Sandler, sends it across for Redding. Tipped at the net. Redding sends it back over. Simpson sets for Shaw. Is going to bump there, trying to get it to Pike. Pike down the line, and it's the kill for the Bruins. 2 serving 0. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Short sets for Gaddis. Gaddis back line. It's long. Be a point for the Bruins. Ford back to the line. 3 serving 0. Dig by Godfrey to Gaddis. Thomas going to send it over. Shaw bumps it up to Simpson. Sets for Pike. Pike gets the kill that time with a big hit. 4 serving 0. Godfrey sends it up to Sandlin. Short set for Gaddis. It's going to go off the Bruins. And a kill for Morgan Gaddis, and she'll go to the line to serve as Sydney Clark checks into the front line. 1 serving 4. Janice Harrington back into the lineup for the Bruins along with Kelsey Bringers. Bringers to Steele outside for Pike. And Redding got to it but unable to control it, so a point for the Bruins. Madison Walters will check into the lineup for the Bruins. She'll go to the service line. 5 serving 1. Goes off Thomas. Lands over in the E-Town bench. Be an ace for Walters. 6 serving 1. Redding to Clark, back to Redding. Shaw up to Walters. Outside for Pike. Big hit from Pike, that'll go long. Maddie Redding to the line for the Panthers, 2 serving 6. Shaw, it up. Coach Reniker asking for a net violation. A point for Elizabethtown, ace by Redding. Back to the line, 3 serving 6. Brangers up to Walters, outside for Pike. And Pike this time gets it in. Another kill for the Central Hardin senior. Ella Lewis checks into the lineup for the Bruins as Emma Pike goes to the line, 7 serving 3. That was going to be sent all the way back by Redding. Pike sends it up to the net. Walters for Simpson. Prather gets to it. Sandlin back to Prather. Not able to get it over the net. Point for the Bruins. 8 serving 5. Redding up to Sandlin for Prather. And there'll be a kill by Kate Prather. Point for the Panthers. And that'll send Kate Prather to the line, 4 serving 8. Big by Pike to Walters. Outside for Lewis. Lewis not able to get that one over the net. 5 serving 8. Pike to Simpson's, going to get it to Lewis. Lewis able to bump it over. Godfrey for Sandlin inside against Clark. And they'll go off the blockers and a point for Elizabethtown. Six serving 8. It goes off Pike. Pike going to be able to send it over. Redding up to Sandlin, inside for Clark. Tried to dump it over. Allie Simpson got it. Now Sandlin sends it over. Harrington to Walters. Back for Lewis. Dug there by Prather to Redding. Godfrey going to have to just poke it over. Lewis up to Walters. Back set for Harrington. Harrington unable to get that one over the net. 3 straight points now by Elizabethtown. Kate Prather to the line, 7 serving 8. Walters outside for Lewis. That goes off. Prather comes all the way back over the net. And a point for Elizabethtown. And with that, Coach Reniker is going to take his first time out of set number 2, and the E-Town faithful get to their feet. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simple. Hometown banking made simple. Kate Prather to the line, 8 serving 8. Brangers up to Walters, short set inside for Simpson. Gotten to by Redding. Sandlin now for Clark, and a kill by Sydney Clark. And the Panthers take their first lead in set number 2, 9 serving 8. Pike up to Walters, outside for Lewis. Dug there by Redding, all the way back over the net. Lewis again, this time going to try to tip it in. Godfrey got to it. Sandlin going to send it to the back line. Pike up to Walters, inside for Simpson. Tried to get it over. Walters back for Lewis. Down the line, dug by Prather. Sandlin may be able to keep it in. Clark tips it over. Walters to Brangers. Back for Harrington. Harrington just dumps it over. Dug by Redding. Sandlin for Clark. And Clark gets another kill. Back and forth by both of these teams. 6 straight points now for the Panthers. Prather serving 10, serving 8. Brangers to Walters for Simpson. Dug by Prather. Sandlin sets up for Clark. And it'll be another Clark. 3 consecutive by Sidney Clark. Serving 8. And that'll be an ace as it catches the back line. Prather to the line, 12, serving 8. That one will go long. Point and serve over to the Bruins. Kelsey Brangers is going to go to the line. Caroline Pruitt checks back into the lineup for the Bruins, and she'll go to the front line. 9, serving 12. Go into the net, a service fault. And Thomas now to the line for the Panthers. 13, serving 9. Brangers up to Walters. Send it across for Lewis. Dug by Thomas. Sandlin. Across for Godfrey. That one not able to go over the net. Point for the Bruins. Tori Steele back into the lineup as Allie Simpson will go to the line for the Bruins. 10, serving 13. Prather up to Sandlin for Gaddis. Gaddis gets it right on the back line. A kill for the Panthers. Elizabeth Godfrey now goes to the line. It'll be 14, serving 10. Get everything reset. That one will go long. The service ball over to the Bruins. Emma Shaw checks back into the lineup. She'll go to the line. 11, serving 14. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Over to Redding. Gets it over the net. Shaw gets to it. To Simpson. It's going to be a double hit. And a point for Elizabethtown. And that'll send Sailor Sandlin to the line. (15) serving 11. Shaw up to Simpson. Side for Pike. Pike is going to go off the front line and gets in. Good job by Emma Pike with another kill. Harrington checks back into the lineup. Maddie Ford will also check in for the Bruins. She'll go to the line. 12, serving 15. That'll go into the net. Service fault. That'll send Morgan Gaddis to the line for the Panthers. As Sidney Clark checks back into the front line. Kelsey Branger is going to check back into the lineup also for the Bruins. 16, serving 12. Brangers up to Simpson for Pike. Dug out by Gaddis to Sandlin. Inside for Clark. Just dumps it over. Brangers to Simpson for Steele. And Steele just getting it over the front line and finds a hole. We'll get Madison Walters back into the lineup. So we'll go to the service line for the Bruins. 13, serving 16. Thomas up to Sandlin. Back sets for Prather. Dumps it over. Brangers gets to it. Walters will send it out for Pike. That'll go long. And Coach Winokur and the Central Hardin faithful saying that it was tipped after the first call is out, and the head official is going to say it was tipped. And so it'll be a point for Central Hardin. And Walters will serve again, 14 serving 16. Godfrey going to send it all the way back over. Walters for Brangers. Back for Pike, just dumps it over. Redding gets to it. Sandlin back for Bray. It's going to be a double hit. Now it's back to a 1-point game. 15 serving 16. We are in set number 2. Central 1, set 1, 25-17. And it'll be an ace by Walters to get it all tied at 16. Thomas to Sandlin for Redding. Shaw gets to it to Walters. Cross for Pike. Pike just going to dump it in. It goes wide. We have a point for Elizabethtown. E-Town was down 4 points early in this second set. Stormed back to take a 4-point lead. Went back and forth, and now a 1-point lead for the Panthers. Now we'll be tied. Is that service fault? Lewis back into the lineup as Emma Pike will go to the line for the Bruins. 17 serving 17. That's going to go off of Thomas as she got to it, thought it was going to go long. Unable to get out of the way as it just brushes off her shoulder. Morgan Gaddis will check back into the lineup. 18 serving 17. Prather up to Sandlin. Side for Clark. Clark going to get another kill. And we'll be all tied at 18 as Kate Prather will go to the line. Prather had 8 consecutive points on her serve earlier in this set. Pike going to send some right back up near the net. That'll be a point for the Panthers. 19 serving 18. Pike up to Walters, outside for Lewis. Dug out by Redding, sent all the way back over. Walters inside for Simpson, dug by Prather. Sandlin tries to get over, Clark sends it back over. Brangers up to Walters. Outside for Lewis, dumps it in. Godfrey gets to it. Sandlin tries to sneak it over, doesn't quite get it over the tape. It'll be a point for the Bruins. We're all tied at 19. Kelsey Brangers now to the line. Caroline Pruitt checks into the front line for the Bruins. 19 serving 19. Redding up to Sandlin, inside for Clark, dumps it over. Brangers gets to it. Walters, dug out by Prather to Sandlin, outside for Godfrey. And they say that one did not clear the tape. Be 4 hits on the Panthers. Coach Catlett pleads his case to no avail. Brangers now to serve, 20 serving 19. Redding to Sandlin for Godfrey, back corner, it's in. Gaddis will check back in for the Panthers. Thomas will go to the line. 20 serving 20. Brangers up to Walters. Back sets for Simpson. Simpson gets the kill. Tori Steele checks back into the lineup for the Bruins. She'll go to the front line as Simpson now will go to the service line. 21 serving 20. Redding up to Sandlin for Gaddis. Dug by Brangers up to Simpson. Outside for Lewis. And a kill for Lewis as it goes off the Panthers. 22 serving 20. Thomas all the way back up to the net. E-Town able to get it back over. Simpson to Brangers. Now for Pruitt. And the Panthers able to get it back over the net, but it goes long, and it'll be a point for the Bruins. And I think they're about to call a no point, as I believe the officials are going to say we're going to redo it. And so it'll be 22 serving 20. Prather up to Sandlin. Outside for Godfrey. Brangers with the dig. To Simpson, tries to dump it over. Gaddis got to it. To Redding, and now Godfrey will send it back line to Pike. Up to Simpson. Sets up near the net. Lewis gets it over. Sandlin going to send it to the other side, and Pike not able to get to it. And a point. And the officials are going to stop something. And there is some fans saying something, and so Coach Reneker has asked Coach Catlett. Coach Catlett took it upon himself before the officials even had to say anything. But we want to get it back to the court. It was Elizabethtown point. That'll send Elizabeth Godfrey to the line to serve. 21 serving 22. Brangers up to Simpson. Side for Lewis. Goes off the blockers by Gaddis and Sandlin. They'll be all knotted at 22 as Godfrey goes back to the line. Brangers up to Simpson. Back for Pike. Pike from the back line, dug by Thomas. Over to Sandlin. Going to send it back for Redding. Redding just dumps it over. Simpson gets it back over the net for the Bruins. Redding going to send it back line to Pike. Up to Simpson for Steele. Blocked at the net. Dug out by Pruitt. Simpson keeps it alive. Pike going to send it over. Tries to dump it in. Redding gets to it to Sandlin for Gaddis. Blocked back by Steele. Lewis now to Simpson. Back for Lewis. Down the line. Dug by Godfrey. Sandlin going to send it to the middle of the court. Redding sends it over. Pike up to Simpson for Lewis. Tries to dump it in. And they'll go off of Prather and Godfrey, and a point for the Bruins. And Emma Shaw will check into the lineup. And Elizabethtown will take a timeout. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. Also look us up on our YouTube channel just by searching HCEC-TV. Again, the winner of tonight's game will advance on to next week's state tournament at Valley High School in Louisville. The first game of that tournament for the 5th Region champions will be Friday night at 5 o'clock against the 10th Region champion. That is being played tonight as well between Scott and Campbell County. So we come back to action. It'll be Central Hardin serving 23, serving 22, as Emma Shaw will be at the line. Godfrey, and miscommunication as E-Town not sure who is going to go get the ball as Godfrey just bumped it back towards the net. And now it'll be for set point, 24 serving 22. Godfrey sends it back to the net to Sandlin. Now for Redding. That'll go off the blockers out. A kill for Elizabethtown. And that'll send Sailor Sandlin to the line. 23, serving 24. Shaw up to Simpson, outside for Pike, tries to dump it over. Sandlin gets to it. And it goes to there. There'll be a point for the Bruins as E-Town was unable to save it back in. And so set number 2 goes to the Bruins. Now lead 2-0 over the Panthers. This is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be back after this short timeout with set number 3. Welcome back to Nelson County High School for tonight's 5th Region Volleyball Championship game between the Elizabethtown Panthers and the Central Hardin Bruins. Central Hardin now leads 2-0. They won the first set 25-17, and in the second set, it was a 25-23 victory for the Bruins. We'll start set number 3 with Central Hardin serving. Emma Shaw at the line, 0 serving 0. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Outside for Redding. Dug by Shaw. Up to Simpson. Sets up for Pike. Pike back line. It'll go long and not touched by the Panthers, and they'll get the first point of set number 3. Sailor Sandlin to the line. 1 serving 0. Shaw up to Simpson for Brangers. Tipped at the net. Thomas gets to it. Redding. And miscommunication between Prather and Sandlin, and a point for the Bruins. Maddie Ford will check in to the service line as Janice Harrington checks into the front line. 1 serving 1. Redding sends it all the way back over the net. Simpson to Shaw. Outside for Pike. That goes off the front line and a kill for Emma Pike. Ford back to the line, 2 serving 1. Redding to Prather. Sandlin gonna bump it over, but it'll go wide. Point for the Bruins. 3 serving 1. Ford to Godfrey. Thomas going to send it up. Redding sends it over the net, dug out by Pike. Simpson, and that'll be Emma Pike trying to, but not able to get it over the net. Point for the Panthers. Sydney Clark will check into the front line for the Panthers as Morgan Gaddis goes to the service line, and Kelsey Brangers checks back in for the Bruins. Brangers to Pike, back to Brangers. Dug that time by Payne. Prather to Sandlin for Redding, back line, that goes off Shaw with a point for Elizabethtown. At that last exchange, it was Presley Payne checking in for the Panthers. Gaddis to the line, 3 serving 3. Brangers up to Simpson, side for Pike, dumped over. E-Town unable to get to it, with a point for the Bruins. Anna Thomas back into the lineup for the Panthers. Madison Walters into the lineup for the Bruins. She'll go to the service line. 4 serving 3. Payne up to Sandlin for Redding. Redding back line, it goes long. Point for the Bruins. Walters to the service line, 5 serving 3. Payne up near the net. Sandlin able to get it to Clark. Clark gets it over. And another kill for Sydney Clark. That'll get Elizabeth Godfrey back into the lineup for the Panthers. Maddie Redding will go to the line to serve. 4 serving 5. Bringers up to Walters. Sets up for Simpson. Tipped at the front line. Point for the Bruins. Ella Lewis checks back into the lineup. Emma Pike will go to the line to serve. Six serving 4. Redding up to Sandlin for Prather. Brangers to Walters. Now Lewis sends it over. Dug there by Redding to Sandlin. To the middle for Clark. He's unable to get it after it was blocked by the Bruins. That'll be a double hit on the Bruins and a point for the Panthers. That'll send Kate Prather to the line. 5 serving 6. An ace by Prather will tie it up. 6 serving 6. Pike up to Walters. Side for Lewis. That'll go off the front line for the Panthers and a point for the Bruins. Kill by Ella Lewis. That'll send Kelsey Brangers to the line. 7 serving 6. Redding up to Sandlin. Short set blocked at the net by the Bruins. Clark sends it over. Pike up to Walters, outside for Lewis, dug by Prather. Sandlin outside for Godfrey, dug by Brangers to Walters. Lewis going to send it over, got to by Prather. Sandlin going to try to find a hole. Walters there. Simpson for Lewis, dumps it over, and a point by the Bruins. Brangers back to the line, 8 serving 6. Prather up to the net to Sandlin for Clark. Dug there by Pike. Off Brangers. Walters sends it over. Redding for Sandlin. Back, that's going to go off Godfrey. It is wide as Godfrey gets the kills. It goes off the blockers and goes out. Point for Elizabethtown. Anna Thomas now to the line. 7 serving 8. This is set number 3. Central Hardin leads 2-0. That one just gets over the net. Pruitt gets to it. Now Simpson will dump it over. Redding to Sandlin. Sandlin back corner to Pike. Bruins not able to get to it. Point for Elizabethtown, and we're tied back up at 8. Eight serving 8. Brangers to Walters for Lewis, and Lewis will get the kill for the Bruins. Steele checks back into the lineup for the Bruins. Allie Simpson will go to the line to serve. Thomas to Sandlin for Gaddis, and that catches the line. Point for E-Town. They tie it back up. And Elizabeth Godfrey to the line. 9 serving 9. Pike up to Simpson for Steele. Dug by Thomas. Redding keeps it alive. Sandlin sends it over. That's going to go off the Bruins and a point for Elizabethtown. Godfrey back to the line. 10 serving 9. Pike to Simpson. Outside for Lewis. Down the line. Dug by Godfrey. To Sandlin. Up near the net. Redding just going to punch it over. Pike to Simpson for Lewis. Back line, dug by Thomas. This will get back near the net. Poked over by the Bruins, and the Panthers unable to track it down. Point for Central Hardin. That'll tie it all up at 10 as Emma Shaw checks in for the Bruins, and she'll go to the service line. Godfrey up to Sandlin for Gaddis, dug by Bringers. Shaw for Pike, sent over, blocked at the net by Gaddis. Now to send Sailor Sandlin to the line for the Panthers. 11 serving 10. Shaw to Simpson for Bringers. Redding to Sandlin for Prather. They have 4 hits as that one was not able to clear the top of the net. Maddie Ford will check into the lineup and go to the service line. Janice Harrington to the front line for the Bruins. 11 serving 11. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Cross for Redding. Redding tries to dump it in. Simpson got to it to Pike. And now Ford will knock it over the net. Thomas to Sandlin for Redding. Blocked at the net. Dug by Godfrey to Sandlin. Back for Gaddis. Simpson got to it. Harrington gets it back near the net. Pike will send it over. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Short set for Gaddis. Dug there by Simpson. Ford. Harrington going to go back line to Sandlin. Godfrey bumps for Prather. Prather down the line, dug by Ford to Shaw. Pike going to send it over. Dug out by Godfrey, gets into the rafters. Thomas got to it. And now Godfrey not going to be able to get to it as it falls to the ground. And a point for the Bruins. Ford will go back to the line. Serving 11. Godfrey to Sandlin to Redding, sends it over. Shaw up to the net to Simpson for steal, dug there by Godfrey. Thomas sends it back over to Simpson. Shaw going to bump it there for Pike. Pike just punches it over. Redding up to Sandlin, inside for Gaddis, dug by Ford. Short set, steal, not able to get it over the net. Point for Elizabethtown, and we're all tied at 12 as Morgan Gaddis will go to the line. Kelsey Bringers checks in for the Bruins. Sydney Clark goes to the front line for the Panthers. Bringers up near the net. Simpson not able to get it out. Be an ace for Gaddis. 13 serving 12. That'll go long. The service fault will give a point in the serve back to the Bruins. Madison Walters checks in. She'll head to the line. 13 serving 13. And Thomas checks back in for the Panthers. Serve will go to Thomas. Up to Sandlin. Gets it to the middle to Redding. Redding not quite able to get it over the net. Point for the Bruins. 14 serving 13. Thomas up to the net to Sandlin. Sets up there for Redding. Off the front line and a kill by Redding. Ties it up at 14. And Redding will go to the line to serve for the Panthers. Simpson to Walters. Pike going to send it over. Dug by Thomas to Sandlin for Prather. Back line, finds a spot. Point for Elizabethtown as they take a 1-point lead. (15) serving 14. That one not going to clear the net. Point for the Bruins. Ella Lewis checks into the lineup. Pike will go to the service line for the Bruins. 15 serving 15. Thomas up to Sandlin. Sandlin going to hit it over the net. Walters to Simpson. For Lewis. Goes off of Sandlin. It'll be a point for the Bruins. Pike goes to the line with a 1-point lead. 16 serving 15. That's going to go off Redding. An ace for Emma Pike. With that, Coach Cutler will take the first time out of set number 3. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. E-Town Exterminating 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. Bluegrass Cellular offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. And Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Back to action here. Central Hardin with the lead, 17-15. Emma Pike at the line. Prather sends it all the way back over. Walters for Lewis. That'll go back line long. Point for Elizabethtown. Kate Prather to the line for the Panthers. 16 serving 17. That one off the top of the net, dug out by Pike. Walters across for Lewis. Dug there by Godfrey. Sandlin back to Godfrey. Going to have a net violation on the Bruins. Point for Elizabethtown. We tied at 17 to set number 3. Central Hardin with a 2-0 lead. Prather to Pike. Walters able to get to it, not able to control it. Point for the Panthers. So after the timeout, 3 straight points by Elizabethtown, and Coach Renneker will take his first timeout of set number 3. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communication Channel 184, and online at our YouTube channel. Search HCEC-TV. Get a reminder, the winner of this game will advance on to next week's state tournament held at Louisville Valley High School. The winner of this game will play next Friday night, November 4th at 5 p.m. against the Region 10 winner. That game being played tonight between Scott and Campbell County. We come back to the court. It'll be Kate Prather at the line for the Panthers. 18 serving 17. Pike sends that one all the way back to the net. Dug out by Lewis. And be a point for Elizabethtown. Emma Pike, the captain for the Bruins, asking for an explanation. Again, it's a very unique thing in volleyball. If there is a bad call, so to speak, by an official, they will do a jump ball. Basically a no point, they'll replay it. This one is not going to be that case. It'll be 19 serving 17. Pike to Walters, outside for Lewis. Goes off Sandlin. It'll be a point for the Bruins. Another kill by Ella Lewis. And that'll send Kelsey Brangers to the line. 18 serving 19. That floats long from Branger. Gaddis will check back in for the Panthers. Anna Thomas to the line. 20 serving 18. Pike sends it back over the net. Godfrey to Sandlin for Gaddis. Gaddis back line, it's long. Coach Hatlett thinking it was touched at the net. Point for the Bruins. Tori Steele to the front line. Allie Simpson to the service line, 19 serving 20. Thomas to Sandlin for Godfrey, back line. Pike got to it to Simpson for Lewis, dug out by Redding, back towards the net. Gaddis able to touch it over. It goes off the Bruins and a point for Elizabethtown. Elizabeth Godfrey to the line for the Panthers, 21 serving 19. Brangers up to Simpson for Lewis, dug by Godfrey to Sandlin for Gaddis, dug out by Pike. Simpson for Steele, dug there by Thomas. Sandlin for Redding, blocked at the net. Prather gets it to Sandlin, inside for Gaddis, goes off Simpson. Pruitt gets it back towards the middle. Lewis tries to get it over. Simpson sets up for Lewis, tries to tip it in. Knocked over by the Panthers, and then it's Pruitt who gets the kill. Back and forth. A point for the Bruins. Emma Shaw back into the lineup, 20 serving 21. Thomas to Sandlin for Gaddis. A net violation on the Bruins. Point for Elizabethtown. Sandlin will go to the line, 22 serving 20. Shaw up to Simpson. Side for Pike. Thomas gets it, and it goes off the basketball standard and down quickly. Sandlin unable to get to it. Point for the Bruins. Madison Ford will check into the lineup. She'll go to the service line. Harrington goes to the front line. 21 serving 22. Thomas up to Sandlin. Sets for Redding. Redding backline. Ford got to it. Simpson is set for Pike. Pike just sends it backline to Thomas. Sandlin outside for Redding. Redding gets the kill. Brangers checks back into the lineup for the Bruins. Sydney Clark will check into the front line for the Panthers. Morgan Gaddis to the line, 23 serving 21. Shaw up to Simpson. Side for Pike. That'll go wide. And a point for Elizabethtown. And now to be set point here in set number 3. 24 serving 21. Shaw up to Simpson. Short sets for Steele. That's going to be a double hit on Clark, as she hit it at the net and down below. Madison Walters back into the lineup. 22, serving 24. Thomas up to Sandlin for Prather. And Brangers gets to it. Pike sends it back over. Thomas up to Sandlin. Back for Prather again. Prather got to it. Sandlin going to set up for Redding. Backline to Shaw. Walters across for Pike. Tries to dump it in. Sandlin gets it all the way back over. Shaw gets to it. Now it's Walters right at the net for Pike, and Pike with the kill. And back and forth, diving saves by both sides. Walters back to the line. 23, serving 24. With that, Coach Catlett will take a timeout. As both fan bases come to their feet. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and the YouTube channel online to search HCEC-TV. It is 2-0. Central Hardin on top. They won set number 1, 25-17. Won set number 2, 25-23. And we are in set number 3 with Elizabethtown at set point. Madison Walters will be serving for the Bruins, 23, serving 24. Thomas to Godfrey. Sandlin will get it over. Shaw up to Walters. Short set for Simpson. Blocked at the net, dug out. Peck gets it back over. Redding to Sandlin for Clark. Brangers gets to it. It goes Pike. They're going to say it goes out as it goes beyond the bench. And so set number 3 will go to Elizabethtown. 25-23. We will head to set number 4. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown Baking made simple. We'll be back after this short timeout with set number 4. Welcome back to Nelson County High School for tonight's 5th Region Volleyball Championship between the Central Hardin Bruins and the Elizabethtown Panthers. We're ready to start set number 4. Central Hardin leads 2-1 over the Panthers. They won set number 1, 25-17, in which it looked like the Panthers came out and just really not focused in game number 1, in set number 1, sorry. In set number 2, it was back and forth. Central Hardin pulling it out 25-23. And then set number 3, E-Town able to put it together and win a close set, 25-23. And we will head to set number 4. E-Town will have the first service on the court for the Bruins. It'll be Emma Shaw, Allie Simpson, Janice Harrington, Tori Steele, Caroline Pruitt, and Emma Pike. Brangers set to check back in. For Elizabethtown to be Morgan Gaddis, Maddie Redding, Kate Prather, Elizabeth Godfrey, Sailor Sandlin, and Anna Thomas. Sandlin will start the serving for the Panthers. Shaw up to Simpson for Pruitt. She'll send it back line to Thomas. Up to Sandlin. Back sets for Prather down the line. It'll go long. And the first point of set 4 goes to the Bruins. Maddie Ford checks into the lineup. She'll go to the service line for the Bruins. Janice Harrington to the front line. 1 serving 0. Godfrey to Sandlin for Redding. Dug by Shaw, but it'll go wide. Point for Elizabethtown. Brangers checks back in for the Bruins. Sydney Clark checks in for the Panthers to the front line as Morgan Gaddis goes to the service line. 1 serving 1. That'll be an ace as Brangers unable to control that serve. 2 serving 1. Up to Brangers to Simpson for Pike. And that one not able to get over the net. It'll be 4 hits by the Bruins. 3 serving 1. Brangers to Shaw, to Pike. Gaddis to Sandlin for for Clark. Dug by Brangers. Shaw going to send it up to the net for Pike. Tipped it over. The official going to say it lands wide as the blockers for E-Town send it back. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be point for Central. Madison Walters into the lineup. 2 serving 3. Thomas up to Redding. Godfrey going to bump it over. Brangers up to Walters. Side for Pike. Pike tries to dump it in. Dug out by Redding. Sandlin for Clark. Dig by Shaw. Walters and set for Pike. That one goes off the blockers of Prather and Clark. Point for Elizabethtown. Maddie Redding to the line. 4 serving 2. Simpson to Walters for Pike. That'll go long. Coach Renneker asking for it to be tipped at the line. To no avail. 5 serving 2. Brangers up to Walters for Simpson. And a kill for the Bruins. Ella Lewis checks back in for Central. Emma Pike will go to the line. 3 serving 5. Redding to Sandlin. Back for Redding. Dumps it over. Brangers gets to it. To Walters. Outside for Lewis. That's going to go off of Sandlin. Bounce it around. It'll be a point for the Bruins. Four serving 5. Redding to Godfrey, he sends it over, but it'll go wide. Point for the Bruins. Only all tied at 5 as Pike goes back to the line. Prather all the way back up, and there'll be Lewis with the kill. Six serving 5. Floats it in there. It'll be an ace by Pike. That Coach Catlett going to take a timeout as Central has reeled off 4 consecutive points. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple, online at westpointbank.com. Again, we are in set number 4. It is 2-1 with Central Hardin on top. On the line is a trip to the state tournament next week at Louisville Valley High School. Winner of this game tonight will take on the champions from the 10th region, which is between Scott and Campbell County. Emma Pike at the line for the Bruins, 7 serving 5. Allen catches the top of the net. Service fault. Point and serve over to the Panthers. Kate Prather to the line, 6 serving 7. Pike to Walters. Aside for Lewis. That'll go off the Panthers. Point for the Bruins. Lewis with another kill. Caroline Pruitt back into the lineup for the Bruins as Kelsey Brangers goes to the service line, 8 serving 6. Thomas up to Sandlin, outside for Godfrey, back line to Brangers. Walters going to bump it up for Lewis. Lewis got that one a little low on her hand, into the net. Gaddis checks back in for the Panthers as Anna Thomas goes to the line, 7 serving 8. Pike up to Walters. That sets for Simpson. Simpson with the kill. Tori Steele back into the lineup for the Bruins. Emma Pike goes to the line. Allie Simpson goes to the line. 9 serving 7. Prather up to Sandlin. Short sets for Gaddis. That's going to go off Brangers. Another kill by Gaddis. Point for the Panthers, as it'll be Elizabeth Godfrey to the line, 8 serving 9. Brangers up to Simpson, cross for Lewis, back line, it's long, and we'll be all tied at 9 as Godfrey goes to the line. Pike up to the net to Simpson, sets for Steele, blocked back by Gaddis. Pike gonna bump it outside for Lewis, dump it over, Godfrey gets to it to Sandlin. Short set for Gaddis, dug by Brangers. Simpson able to keep it alive, now Pike will send it over the net. Godfrey up to Sandlin for Gaddis again, and Gaddis this time finds the hole. Another kill for Morgan Gaddis. As Godfrey will go back to the line, so it'll be 10 serving 9. Brangers up to Simpson. Short set for Steele. Tipped at the net, and it'll be a kill by Steele. That'll get Emma Shaw back into the lineup. She'll go to the service line for the Bruins. 10 serving 10. Godfrey up to Sandlin for Gaddis. Gaddis with another kill. And it'll be Elizabethtown serving as Sailor Sandlin goes back to the line. 11 serving 10. Brangers up to Simpson. Sets there for Pike. And that'll go off the front line, and another kill for the Central Hardin senior. Harrington checks into the front line as it'll be Maddie Ford going to the service line for the Bruins. 11 serving 11. That catches the top of the net. It'll be a service fault as it doesn't clear the net. Brangers checks back in for the Bruins. Sydney Clark into the front line for the Panthers as Morgan Gaddis to the line to serve. Brangers to Simpson. Pike will send it over. Gaddis up to Sandlin for Prather. Prather back line off Shaw. Simpson able to keep it alive as they'll get over the net. Joust at the net. Tapped back over by the Bruins. Sandlin now outside for Redding. Off the front line, dug by Shaw. Simpson sets up for Steele. Steele dumps it over, We're going to have a net violation on Elizabethtown. Actually, they're going to say no, it was a net violation on the Bruins, and it'll be a point for Elizabethtown. 13 serving 11. Down the line, it's an ace. And with that, Coach Winnick is going to take a timeout here in set number 4 as the E-Town faithful come to their feet. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our line of sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Bluegrass Cellular, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. I'd like to thank Mr. C.J. Carroll doing all of this production. He's doing the filming, he'll do the graphics, the audio, all of the production to that. Again, tune in for on Friday nights the rest of this fall as our soccer season has come to a close here on HCEC-TV. Tonight will be our last volleyball game of the season. We will have football tomorrow night as the Doss Dragons take on the North Hardin Trojans, and then it'll be playoff time. You have to check your local listings as to which games we will cover during the high school football playoffs. 14 serving 11, Gaddis at the line. Brangers to steal. Pike going to get it over to Gaddis, up to Sandlin. For Clark, dug out by Shaw, up to Simpson. Outside for Pike, hit at the front line. Sandlin gets to it. Godfrey will bump it. Now Redding to send it over, dumps it over to Pike. Up to Simpson for Steele. Dug out one hand by Sandlin. Godfrey gets it back to the middle. Prather gets it over. Shaw for Simpson. Pike dug out there by Godfrey. Sandlin going to set it for Redding. It'll go off the front line and a point for the Panthers. As Gaddis will go back to the line to serve. 15 serving 11. Brangers up to Simpson for Pike. Back down, Brangers gets it to Simpson for Harrington. Blocked at the net by Clark. Clark coming up big for the Panthers here. 16 serving 11. Brangers up to Simpson. Outside for Pike. Dug there by Gaddis to Sandlin. Redding to send it over. It'll go wide. Point for Central Hardin. That'll get Madison Walters back into the lineup. She'll go to the service line for the Bruins. 12 serving 16. Anna Thomas back in for the Panthers. This will go to Thomas, to Sandlin, just able to get to it. Redding going to send it over to Brangers, up to Walters. Side for Pike, off the front line, dug by Thomas, up to Sandlin. Outside for Redding, blocked at the net. There'll be a carry as the Bruins were not able to return it. Maddie Redding now to the line for the Panthers. 17 serving 12. That'll go long from Redding. Point for the Bruins. And Emma Pike will go to the line as Ella Lewis checks into the front line for the Bruins. Set number 4. Central leads 2-1 over the Panthers. 13 serving 17. That's going to find the top of the net and fall in. It'll be an ace for Pike. Serving 17. That one will go long from Pike. A point for Elizabethtown. Kate Prather now to serve for the Panthers. 18 serving 14. Pike to Walters for Lewis. Dug by Redding to Sandlin, tries to dump it over. Simpson Gets it back, but it'll go out. Point for Elizabethtown. 19 serving 14. Pike to Brangers. For Harrington, going to bump it over. Redding up to Sandlin. For Godfrey. Down the line. It catches the line. Central thinking it went wide. Be a point for Elizabethtown. With that, Coach Winnaker going to take his second timeout. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communication Channel 184, online on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Recap, we are in set number 4. Elizabethtown coming out flat in set number 1 as the Bruins able to jump on them and win the first set 25-17. The second set, it was much more competitive. It went back and forth. The Bruins pulling out set number 2, 25-23. And another competitive set in set 3, Elizabethtown able to get that one 25-23. And now we are in set number 4, and it'll be Kate Prather at the line, 20 serving 14. Let that one go long. Service fault by Elizabethtown. We'll give a point and the serve over to the Bruins. Kelsey Brangers to the line, 15 serving 20. That'll get into the net. Service fault. We'll send it back over to the Panthers as Anna Thomas now goes to the line. 21 serving 15. Pike up to Walters. Back sets for Simpson. Dug there by Redding. It'll go into the seats. And it'll be, again, once it clears either of the benches, you can't go up into the stands to get it. Point for the Bruins. Allie Simpson goes to the line. 16 serving 21. That's going to be an ace by Simpson as Prather and Thomas kind of go after it together. (17) serving 21. That's going to go long. Point over to the Panthers. Elizabeth Godfrey to the line, 22 serving 17. Brangers up to Simpson. Set close to the net. Lewis able to tip it over. It's going to be a net violation on Central. Godfrey back to the line. 23 serving 17. Brangers up to Simpson for Pike from the back line. Touched at the net by Gaddis. Unable to control it. And another kill for Emma Pike. That'll get Emma Shaw back into the lineup. She'll go to the service line. 18 serving 23. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Joust at the net. It's going to be a net violation on E-Town as Sandlin moved into the net. Point for the Bruins. Shaw back to the line. 19 serving 23. Godfrey to Sandlin. We'll have another net violation. Sandlin got into Coach Catlett not agreeing with the call as he's saying just the hair got into the net. Shaw to serve, 20 serving 23. Thomas to Sandlin. Cross for Redding, and there'll be a kill by Maddie Redding. And that'll send Sailor Sandlin to the line with set point. 24, serving 20. Brangers up to Simpson. Short sets for Steele. Tipped over. Redding gets to it. Sandlin going to send it back corner to Shaw. Simpson gets it up toward the net. We're going to have a double hit as set number 4 will come to a close. And we're about to play set number 5 for all the marbles. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. etownapartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be back after this short timeout with set number 5. Welcome back to Nelson County for the 5th Region Championship between the Elizabethtown Panthers and the Central Hardin Bruins. Both of these teams, this is the 40th game of the year. It comes down to the 5th set. First one to 15, leading by 2. As Central Hardin won the first 2 sets, 25-17 and 25-23. Sets 3 and 4 were won by the Panthers, 25-23 and 25-22. And we will get to set number 5. It'll be the Bruins serving as Emma Shaw goes to the line. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Outside for Redding, cross to Brangers. Simpson for Pike. Tries to dump it in, Redding gets to it. Sandlin going to set for Gaddis. And point number 1 will go to the Panthers. Sailor Sandlin to the line for Elizabethtown, 1 serving 0. Shaw up to Simpson for Steele. Dug there by Sandlin to Godfrey. Side for Prather. Backline to Shaw. Up to Simpson. It's up for Pike. Pike going to go down the net again. And able to just sneak it over. And it's not how hard she hits it. It's just the accuracy of where she places it. Another point for the Bruins. Or gets their first point of set number 5. Maddie Ford into the lineup. 1 serving 1. Off Godfrey to Prather. Sandlin going to send it over. Shaw up to Simpson. Set near the net for Pike. A little too far into the net. That'll be a point for Elizabethtown. Brangers will come back into the lineup for the Bruins. Sydney Clark comes into the front line for the Panthers as Morgan Gaddis goes to the service line. 2 serving 1. Down the line to Brangers. Simpson with it for Pike. Pike off the front line and another kill for Emma Pike. Madison Walters checks into the lineup for the Bruins. She'll go to the service line. 2 serving 2. Thomas back up to the net. Sandlin able to get to it. And a kill by Maddie Redding. Redding will go to the service line. 3 serving 2. Maddock had the top of the net, not get over. Service fault by Elizabethtown. Will give a point and serve over to the Bruins. And Emma Pike will go to the line. 3 serving 3. Prather gets to it to Sandlin. Across for Godfrey. Dumps it in. Lewis gets to it to Walters. Back set for Harrington off the front line. Dug by Sandlin. to Redding, outside for Prather. She goes back line to Pike, up to Walters. Outside for Lewis, down the line, it catches the back line and a point for the Bruins. And it'll be Emma Pike to the line for serving 3. And that one will go long as it just goes beyond the end line. Point for the Panthers. Kate Prather now to the line for serving 4. Brangers gets it up to Walters, sets inside for Simpson, and blocked by Clark. Prather back to the line, 5, serving 4. Again, in set number 5, it's the first to 15, leading by 2. Brangers up to Walters, outside for Lewis, and each time blocks it back. Bruins able to return it. Sandlin going to set it for Godfrey. Blocked at the net by Simpson and Harrington. Point for the Bruins. Caroline Pruitt will check into the lineup as Kelsey Brangers will go to the line. 5, serving 5. Redding to Sandlin, outside for Godfrey. Tips it over, gets it to Lewis, to Walters. Back for Pike. Pike just going to dump it in, dug out by Redding. Sandlin inside for Clark. Brangers to Walters, back for Lewis. Dug that time by Prather. Up to Sandlin, and that'll be called a double hit. A point for the Bruins. Brangers back to the line, 6, serving 5. Redding lets that one go. It'll go long for the Panthers. Anna Thomas to the line for the Panthers. Gaddis checks back into the front line. 6, serving 6. Brangers to Walters. Simpson is blocked on the front line by Godfrey and Gaddis. And now E-Town takes a 1-point lead. Back and forth here in set number 5. 7, serving 6. Pike to Walters, outside for Lewis. Redding up to Sandlin. Short set for Gaddis, dug by Pike. Walters for Lewis, tries to dump it over, picked out by Prather. Sandlin across for Godfrey, blocked at the net, dug out by the Panthers. Godfrey now will send it over. Pike and Walters tries to find a hole. Sandlin now going to do the same. Pike gets that one up to Walters. Short set for Simpson. Will be blocked inside and a point for Elizabethtown. With that, Coach Lineker going to take his first time out of set number 5. This is a Hardin County Education Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Bluegrass Cellular, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Reminder, this game, or this last set, will determine who advances to next week's state championship tournament held at Valley High School in Louisville. The winner of this game will take on the winner from the 10th region next Friday night, November 4th at 5 p.m. The 10th region championship being played tonight between Scott and Campbell County. So we come back to action. Elizabethtown with the lead, 8, serving 6. As Anna Thomas will go to the line for the Panthers. Pike up to Walters. Sets there for Lewis. Goes off E-Town, and it'll be a kill for Ella Lewis. That'll send Allie Simpson to the line for the Bruins. 7, serving 8. Thomas to Sandlin. Cross for Godfrey, just going to bump it over. Pike to Simpson for Lewis. Blocked at the net by Gaddis, but unable to get it back over. A point for the Bruins, and we're knotted at 8. Simpson back to the line for the Bruins. Thomas up to the net to Sandlin for Gaddis. Dug out now by the Panthers. Sends it back after it blocked at the net. Pike for Simpson for Lewis. Lewis back line. Thomas gets to that one to Sandlin. Sets up for Godfrey. And it's going to be 4 hits as Coach Gatlett and the Panthers thinking it cleared the net. Officials said no, it does not. So 4 hits on the Panthers. And now there'll be a 1-point lead for the Bruins. 9 serving 8. Prather to Sandlin for Gaddis. That's going to be a carry. Or a double hit on Sandlin. And now Coach Catlett will take a timeout as the Bruins have come back to take a 2-point lead. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and our YouTube channel online. Search for HCEC-TV. This will be our final fall sport, final volleyball game, as we finished our soccer season earlier this year. We will have football on Friday night, and then starting near the beginning of December, we will start our basketball season. Both boys and girls basketball, typically 2 games a week. We come back to action. We are in the 5th set. Central Hardin leading 10-8 as Allie Simpson goes to the line for the Bruins. Thomas. Sandlin not going to be able to track it down. And then ace by Allie Simpson. 11 serving 8. That'll go to Prather, up to Sandlin. Short sets for Gaddis. Off the front line, dug by Simpson to Brangers. Now Lewis sends it over. Redding up to Sandlin. Short set for Gaddis, and she just tips it past the front line. Point for Elizabethtown, and that'll send Elizabeth Godfrey to the line. 9 serving 11. Pike up to Simpson for Lewis. That's going to go off the back line, and another kill by Ella Lewis, as Emma Shaw will check into the lineup for the Bruins, and she'll go to the service line. 12 serving 9. Godfrey up to Sandlin. Outside for Redding. Off the front line, Pike digs it out to Brangers. Back to Pike. Pike just tries to dump it over. Redding got to it. Sandlin, now Redding going to send it over. Shaw gets it up to Simpson. Back for Brangers. It goes off Prather to Thomas. Sandlin going to bump it over to the back corner to Brangers. Pike gets it to the middle. Pruitt sends it over. It's Prather up to Sandlin. Short set for Gaddis. Tried to carry it. Brangers. Now Pike tries to send it over. Blocked back. Pike digs it out. Shaw right back to Pike. Tries to go down the line. That'll go off of Gaddis, and a point for the Bruins. Coach Catlett going to take his second timeout of set number 5. That is now a 4-point lead for the Bruins. Coming into tonight's game, or just last week, the Bruins were able to win the 17th district title, 3-1 over the Panthers, but After the first match earlier this season, the second game went to 5 sets as they played at Elizabethtown. Last week's 4 set, and tonight we go back to 5 sets. And again, the winner of this set moves on to the state tournament next week in Louisville. Emma Shaw will go to the line, 13, serving 9. Thomas to Sandlin. Redding going to send it over. And Redding just finds a hole as it gets in front of Shaw. A point for Elizabethtown. Sailor Sandlin to the line for the Panthers, 10, serving 13. Shaw up to Simpson for Pike. That'll go off the blockers and a point for the Bruins. And it'll be Maddie Ford checking into the lineup and going to the service line. As an 8th grader, Maddie Ford played for Elizabethtown, and now she serves for Central Hardin and the 5th Region Championship. And that goes long, and the service fault by the Bruins. Brangers will check back into the lineup for the Bruins. Sydney Clark checks in for the Panthers as Morgan Gaddis to the line, 11, serving 14. Shaw to Simpson, outside for Pike, blocked at the net. It goes wide, and the 5th Region champs will be the Central Hardin Bruins in a 5-set thriller here at Nelson County High School. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools, live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Bluegrass Cellular, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank.
Representing Central Hardin, number 3, Kelsey Brighters. Number 10, Ella Lewis. Number 4, Emma Pike. And number 14, Allie Simpson. Representing Elizabethtown, number 11, Morgan Geddes. Number 3, Kate Prater. And number 24, Maddie Redding. The recipient of the 2017 5th Region Volleyball Runner-Up Team Trophy, the Elizabethtown Lady Panthers. And the 2017 5th Region Tournament Champions, the Central Hardin Lady Bruins.
And so there we have the presentation not only of the all-tournament team, but also the team trophies for Elizabethtown. Their season comes to a close at 30-10. while the Central Hardin Bruins will advance on to next week's state tournament with a 32-8 record. Again, the Bruins will play next Friday night, November 4th at 5 o'clock against the Region 10 winner.